السلام عليكم طلبتنا الأعزاء. محاضرتنا لهذا اليوم هي مادة الترجمة الفورية لطلبة المرحلة الرابعة في كلية الآداب قسم الترجمة الجامعة المستنصرية. Hello students, so our lecture for today is simultaneous interpreting for the senior students at the translation department المستنصرية University. So in this lecture we would have an idea about what kind of steps that we can use in the translations of in the interpretations, simultaneous interpreting. So in this text we have different issues to be discussed. We have, let's say, the challenges. We would focus on the challenges and on the solutions of the translation of the interpretations of the simultaneous interpreting. Simultaneous interpreting or interpretation is a mode of interpreting where an interpreter interprets spoken language in a real time, allowing the audience to hear the interpretation almost simultaneously. This technique is commonly used in international conferences, diplomatic meetings, and multilingual events where effective communication is essential. So interpretation happens during conferences. This is very important. So if I have a conference with the attendance of many foreigners, many, let's say, external officials, diplomats, ministers, so here interpretation is a must between the two languages. So it is very important to have interpretation between, for example, English and Arabic, and vice versa. Interpreter here is playing a very important role. He is playing the role of communicator. He is a bridge between the two languages to deliver the meanings and the ideas and the spoken text from one language into another. And the interpreter has to have a very important skills, so that he can be interpreter, he can deliver the idea, and we would see what kind of skills that the interpreter should have to obtain these skills. Like, for example, he should be smart, he should be witty, he should be knowledgeable for the subject matter that he's interpreting to, and he should be aware of the acronyms, abbreviations, context. He should have some ready-made expressions so that he would be able to deliver the meaning in an impactful and correct manner. Let's talk here about the challenges that the simultaneous interpreter may encounter during the event or during his job. Number one, cognitive overload. Interpreters must listen, comprehend, interpret, and speak simultaneously, which can be mentally exhausting. So the interpreter plays many roles at the same time. He's doing many jobs, like he is listening, he is comprehending, translating or interpreting, analyzing, and speaking. So all of these skills should the interpreter have before presenting his interpretation. So it is a mentally exhausting job. So only smart people and only those who practice on a daily basis can acquire these skills and can be able to deliver it in a correct form. Language proficiency. So this is the second challenge. high level of fluency in both source and target languages is necessary, including a strong grasp of idioms, curriculums, and cultural nuances. So he should be aware of these nuances between the two cultures, as may as there might be one mistake which affect the delivery of his communications, of his production. So it is very important to be aware of these nuances. Third, number 3, technical issues, dependency on technology, headset and microphones can lead to distractions or interruptions if equipped failed. Of course, this is very important, as without headset and microphones, the interpreter is unable to provide his interpretations. So it is very important, and it's a must to have a smart and operational equipment so that the voice of the interpreter can be delivered, can be conveyed to the listeners. Because if any of these equipment is dysfunctional, the voice would not be delivered. And if the interpreter does not listen well, does not control the volume of the speakers, he would also be unable to deliver his production or his output. Number 4, accents and dialects. Variation in pronunciations and local dialects can make understanding challenging. Sometimes we have speakers who speak English from different backgrounds, like we have Indian speakers, we have American speakers, British speakers, we have Arab speakers who can speak English. So the difference in a pronunciation and accent may make it difficult for the interpreter to be familiar with all these dialects, because if the dialect or if the accent is not understood, so it would make it difficult for the interpreter to deliver his work, his interpretations. Like sometimes there might be a Bangladesh person who can speak English, or an Indian person who speaks English. So his English might not be understood in the same way when an American or a native speaker speaks. So sometimes it depends on the professionalism of the interpreter, or it depends on the way that the speaker is delivering his statement. Number 5, subject knowledge. Interpreters need to have solid understanding of the subject matter being discussed to convey the meaning accurately. Of course, we have stated that the interpreter should be aware of the subject matter of what is going on, so that he can be able to deliver his message. Stress and fatigue. The high pressure environment often results in mental and physical fatigue affecting the performance. So if the interpreter is interpreting for more than an hour, he would be very stressed. So there might be 2 interpreters at the same time to make shifts between each other, so that the first interpreter can have a rest and the second one can be the substitute. So here we would talk about the solutions of such challenges. So the interpreter needs regular trainings. He needs to train on a daily basis so that he would be able to deliver a very important and accepted interpretation. Regular training, number 1. Regular training. Continuous training and practice can enhance cognitive skills and concentrations. Number 2. Deep cultural understanding. Studying cultural backgrounds and norms improves contextual interpretations. Use of technology. You should be familiarized with interpreting equipment or interpretation equipment and the platforms to mitigate technical issues. Like currently there is digital platforms that is used in presenting the interpretation, like Zoom, like other webinars and other outlets. Number 4, preparations. He should have prior preparations on specific topics. Prior preparation on specific topics can aid or help assist interpreters in understanding the context and the terminology. Number 5, team interpreting. Using a team of interpreters can help distribute the workload, reducing the fatigue and stress. Number 6, self-care. Encouraging interpreters to take a break and to practice stress relief techniques can enhance the performance. So as we stated, that the interpreter should be aware and or should have another interpreter to support him during the presentation, during his work. So since it's our lecture is online, so it would be difficult to practice interpretations before you and to see how can I manage myself and how can I deliver a message effectively in an accepted way and professionally. So thank you so much, dear student, for listening. I wish you a good day.